Let's get straight to the point. The AI influencer, Emma, an AI influencer, is making more money than most real people out there. And the craziest part? Emma doesn't exist at all. She is entirely created by artificial intelligence. Initially just a fun experiment, Emma now has contracts with billion-dollar brands like BMW, Amazon, Magnum, and IKEA, while the creator behind it has never shown their face or filmed a real video. They live anonymously, but are as rich as Hollywood stars. So how did they get rich? They are famous engineers, writing prompts instead of filming videos, rendering images instead of taking photos, and coding instead of applying makeup. They don't just create images, but build a real person with a face, personality, lifestyle, and even an automated posting schedule. Each AI character is a digital asset, a money-making machine that can operate 24/7 while its owner is sleeping or rendering the next influencer. The most interesting thing, these people live in penthouses and drive supercars, but no one knows who they are. A multi-million-dollar empire built solely from ideas, GPUs, and caffeine. 2026 will be the age of artificial fame, where the richest person won't need a real face. And as the whole world began to wonder, who is human, who is AI? They just laughed. Bro, I don't even know anymore, but my PayPal balance definitely does. The Gold Millionaire. You are 29 years old. After 3 years of riding the peak of crypto, NFTs, and all sorts of future of finance coins, your account is as empty as a crypto mining furnace. By 2023, feeling bored, you decide to do the stupidest thing according to some uncles on Facebook, buy gold. No DeFi, no staking, no Discord pump groups, just a few real cold, heavy, and boring gold bars. You think, well, at least it can't evaporate like the coins I bought. Then you put it all in the safe, lock it, and forget about it. A year later, 2024, inflation is rising, the dollar is falling, and the market is on fire. You reopen the price tracking app and almost drop your phone. The price of gold has doubled, and in some places, it's nearly 2.5 times higher than when you bought it. That stupid pile of metal in the safe is now worth over $1.2 million. Unbelievable. From a boring purchase, you became a millionaire. And of course, the first thing you do? Buy a Lamborghini in yellow. The Born Billionaire. If you're reading this section, hoping to learn how to become them, sorry, it's too late. Tickets for this group were issued in the previous life. They weren't just lucky. They had accumulated enough merit over 7,749 lifetimes to be born at the finish line this time. To put it bluntly, it's produced from the sperm of wealthy individuals. Born rich, doesn't need to start a business, doesn't need to hustle, doesn't need morning motivation. Boom. Welcome to a life with a beachfront villa, a private chef, and a trust fund that will last 3 generations. They opened my eyes, and there was an Amex Platinum Black Card, shares in a few corporations, and an unused diplomatic passport. While you're worried about paying off your tuition debt, they're busy choosing between a mansion in Malibu or a penthouse in Manhattan. People often say, being born rich isn't necessarily happy, it's very demotivating. That's true, but it's hard to feel sorry for someone who's lost in life while they're meditating on a yacht, wearing a Rolex, and holding a glass of 2012 Dom Perignon. Even with an existential crisis, that feeling is still much more pleasant when you're driving a Lamborghini to play golf on a Tuesday morning. Scammer. One morning, you wake up and think, I'm too smart to be an employee. Why spend 40 years in an office when you can create a fake LinkedIn profile, advertise remote $8,000 per month, no experience needed, and collect the SSNs of hundreds of people desperate for work? Or become an investment advisor on TikTok using Elon Musk's deepfake voice, promising 300% returns from a penny stocks investment club. You start small, create fake dating profiles, set up a pig butchering romance scam, online dating for 3 months. Then convince them to transfer money for investment. Use AI to create phishing emails that look just like bank notifications and ask for an OTP, voice cloning calls people's mothers, putting on a crying act to beg for emergency money. Soon, you'll master the art of taking money from strangers without meeting them, all through AI, deepfakes, and emojis. Then one day, you hit the jackpot. You open a luxury watch store, take stock photos from Instagram, and advertise a Rolex for $10,000, now only $7,500. Orders flooded in, and the bank account exploded. You wouldn't believe people still fall for it. Everyone hates a con artist, but deep down, there's a little respect for their resourcefulness, until the FBI knocks on your door at 4 a.m., and you have to tell your cellmates how you sold air for 6 figures. The real estate wholesaler. You are 25 years old, no $500,000, no degree, no connections, just a phone and enough persuasive skills to keep people from hanging up. You're browsing Zillow, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, hunting for homes in urgent need of sale, owners drowning in debt, going through a divorce, inheriting the property, or simply too tired to renovate. You called, speaking in a reassuring tone. I can help you sell this property in 2 weeks. Actually, you weren't planning on buying it. You simply lock up the house with a purchase agreement, then resell that same agreement to another investor, pocketing $5,000 to $20,000 per deal. You've never held a house key, but every click of the mouse earns you enough commission to buy a new MacBook. A few contracts a month, income exceeding even the old boss in a suit in the office. No capital required. No need to borrow from the bank. No need for a suit and tie. All you need is Wi-Fi, a list of dilapidated houses, and the confidence to say, I'm representing an investment group. And then gradually, you have a whole system, people calling to find leads, people closing paperwork, people hunting for buyer lists. You're not selling a house. You're selling the opportunity to own a home. And when others check into their newly purchased apartments on Instagram, you just smile. I've never owned one, but their contracts pass through my hands first. The average Joe, someone who lives the standard 9-to-5 life. No startups, no coins, no retiring at 30. The question is, how do you define rich? If rich means yachts in Miami and penthouses in Manhattan, sorry, that's not for you. But if rich simply means financial stability, having a small house, and not wanting to cry every time you open your banking app, then this is your path. Joe chose safety. He goes to school, listens to his parents, and stresses more than necessary about his homework. Then in college, he got into some student debt and did unpaid internships, where he learned how to make coffee and fix printers. And finally, he got my first real job, with a salary and benefits, and began my 40-year journey up the ladder. Step by step, get promoted, file taxes, save up. He didn't get rich quickly, but he got rich gradually, steadily, and safely. Then one day, he had a house, a 401k retirement fund, a few free buffet family trips, and a peaceful, predictable, and secure life. Upon retiring at age 65, the typical American following this path has a net worth of approximately $1.8 million. Not enough to buy a yacht, but not bad either. Enough to live well, sleep soundly, and indulge my grandchildren a little. Not fast, but effective. NPC, NPCS are the quiet grinders. No boasting, no showing off, just discipline. Study, work, go home. Not for dreams, but because everyone is like that. You even work 65 hours a week. No complaints, no parties, no extravagance. Your life is governed by strict habits. No eating out unless you have a coupon. Buy discounted items at Target. Eat rice, frozen vegetables, and meat discounted at the end of the shelf. Your budget is your lifeblood. Every penny has a purpose. Buying random things is a betrayal of ideals. You're not living your glorious youth. You're buying freedom. And after 15 to 20 years, you really succeed. 40 years old, debt-free, mortgage-free, profitable investments to live on. No mansion, no Tesla, but no boss anymore. Living in a small house after paying it off. Every day I read books, play games, go for walks, without needing to look at the clock. Wait a minute, you're really rich. Course seller. You quickly realize teaching others how to make money is easier than making money yourself. So you built an effective proof system, which is really just pasting a few buzzwords stolen from others into a PDF. Then they call themselves a mentor. You film a video before renting the Lamborghini, add scenes of a laptop by the pool, and say, "You can also escape the 9 to 5 if you follow me." The course costs $499, but there's a limited time discount all year round. Strangers are transferring thousands of dollars to learn things they could Google for free. And you make more money selling the dream than chasing it. Deep down, you know 99% of the students will fail, but you don't care. Every time they fail, they become even more ready to buy your next course. In conclusion, there are 1,000 ways to get rich, from AI influencers to selling old, dilapidated house contracts. But the only thing they have in common? Everyone believes they will be the exception. If you've read this far, it proves you're not ordinary. Like, comment on how you'll get rich in 2026 and subscribe, because part 2 will make you want to quit your job immediately.